Once upon a time, God created a breathtaking garden called Eden. This paradise was full of life and beauty, with everything perfectly balanced for the first humans. In this paradise, God placed two people, Adam and Eve, and they were to care for all that was in this wonderful haven. Amongst the many trees in Eden were two special ones, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God gave Adam and Eve a clear command: "You may eat freely from any tree except for the tree of knowledge, for if you do, you will surely die." But lurking amongst the branches, a cunning serpent had its eyes fixed on Adam and Eve, plotting to deceive them. The serpent approached Eve, slyly twisting the truth. "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve hesitated as the serpent continued, promising that eating the fruit would open her eyes to knowledge like God. With the serpent's encouragement, Eve tasted the forbidden fruit and handed it to Adam, who took a bite too. But suddenly their eyes were opened, and they realized their nakedness and vulnerability, instantly feeling shame. In their newfound awareness, they sewed fig leaves together, creating makeshift clothes to cover themselves. As God wandered through Eden looking for them, Adam and Eve hid in fear, realizing they disobeyed. So God called out, asking, "Where are you?" Adam replied, "I heard you and was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." "Who told you that you were naked?" God questioned, piecing together their disobedience. Adam pointed to Eve and Eve to the serpent, each trying to divert the blame for their actions. God cursed the serpent for its role in causing disobedience, condemning it to crawl on its belly. God told Eve that her life would be marked by pain in childbearing and desire and struggle with her husband. But for Adam, God decreed that the ground would be cursed, making it difficult to yield food, and he would toil for his sustenance. Expelled from Eden, Adam and Eve were forced to leave the only home they knew, entering a world of uncertainty. God placed a cherubim and a flaming sword to guard Eden, ensuring humanity could not return. As night fell, they clung to the hope that God's promise of redemption would one day restore what was lost. Though life was challenging, Adam and Eve endured, and their family grew, glimpsing God's grace in each new day. Through their struggles, Adam and Eve found solace in the knowledge that God would never abandon his creation. Even outside of Eden, they held on to hope, knowing that God would one day offer a path back to life. Their legacy laid the foundation for generations of faith, where love for God and one another could heal and renew. In every dawn, there's a reminder that God's mercy renews with each day, inviting us to trust in his promise of restoration. The story of Adam and Eve endures as a testament to God's enduring love and redemption, a guiding light in the history of faith. From their trials, we learn the importance of relying on God's wisdom and the strength found in faith's community. United by the hope of redemption, we stand under the same starlit sky, inspired by beginnings in Eden. Though flawed like everyone else, Adam and Eve teach us that in faith, we find the courage to rise and renew. As we reflect on their tale, may we hold fast to faith and love, guiding us toward the promise of a bright future.